YouTube, we got some sad news. Jim Ross has announced that he has colon cancer, and it's very tragic news. We just reported YouTube on how Sabu has unfortunately has passed away a couple days ago, but now we have our prayer warriors for Jim Ross. He has announced that he has colon cancer, and this is some devastating news, YouTube. We are getting a lot of devastating news this week with the wrestling legends. I will say that he is a legend. Jim Ross is someone that has been part of the commentary team for years for many people. He has been part of many people's childhood. A lot of people YouTube say the duo of Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler were the best to ever do it together, and they had the best chemistry. But right now, we need to pray for Jim Ross and his health. He has colon cancer, and he has shared it with everyone on the internet, and he is not letting this cancer diagnosis be kept a secret. He is letting everyone know, which is very brave because you know the internet wrestling community always has an opinion, always has some negativity usually. So that being said, I will say he is brave for letting the world know. Of course, with this, you will have a lot of supporters that are sending him love, and after a while, it can become overwhelming. I believe. I mean, especially if you're fighting this cancer already scared enough, and then you have people on a daily basis telling you how they're praying for you, how much they love you. I mean, yes, it can be positive, it can be encouraging, but you have to think about it at the same time. It's a constant reminder when someone's always tweeting you and always messaging you how they're praying for you and you're in their prayers. That being said, I hope all is well. I believe he will get through this. Those that believe in prayer, you should pray. I know I will. Um, this wrestling week, it's been a dark week, to be honest. You know, first with the Sabu, my last YouTube video. Well, I don't know. I think it was a YouTube video before this. I think last video I was talking about WWE and TNA. But you know what I mean. This was all within the same week. This sad news with both Sabu and Jim Ross. It's always good at YouTube to see the community, the wrestling community come together as a whole. YouTube, please sub, please like. I post at least 3 times a week. Pro wrestling news. But let's get back to this. Yes, it's free to like this video. Yes, it's free to follow. So please do that. I'm in Germany, still in Germany, not at home. I will be here for another week. But you know me, I'm posting at least 3 times a week. It sucks that I can't really go live this much because it's to the point I'm always doing something. Like it's the point I get home at 10 o'clock at night here, and I'm 6 hours ahead, so it was a little difficult to go live. But I had to make this video. Very shocking news. I don't know. I don't know what will. Uh, Let me stop talking. You know, this is my thoughts, and it's not pre-scripted. So as you can see, I'm just thinking out loud. Again, we don't know. You know, just pray for him. That's all I will say. I don't want to say too much, but we don't know what stage it is. We don't know how serious it is, but a cancer diagnosis is always serious. But at the same time, you always want to pray for those that have it. Um, I did see some mean people online talking their shit. Of course, the faceless people are always the one that talk the most, right? They're the boldest. They always talk about people, and they always hide behind a faceless pic. So it is a little disgusting to see some people still be negative, even with a serious matter like this, and they can still be nasty. It just shows that so many people are so miserable, and it's just very, very, very sad. But I am praying for Jim Ross. Again, we have like AEW, WWE, almost everybody that he has worked with is sending him love and prayers, and this just shows what kind of man he is. This just shows what kind of connection he has with his colleagues, what kind of good standing he is with the companies he worked for. So I am glad to see that his character is basically, his character speaks for himself. He is loved by many, and he's also loved by his fans. So that being said, let's pray for him, YouTube. Again, keep him in his prayers. I wish this week would have been a little bit better with the news, but it is what it is. You know, even if it's ugly, we still got to report about it, right? But praying, hoping, that he heals fast, but if it's not fast, if it's a slow recovery in the healing, so be it, right? As long as he heals. But YouTube, I'm going on a trip for the next 2 days in Germany with my aunt, so I will be busy, but I will make sure I post at least one time more. I think I only post twice this week, but if I didn't post 3 times at least, I will make another video when I return on Sunday. So it's still 3 times a week as promised. But this is Markel's World, all things pro wrestling news and my life. Please sub and like YouTube. I'll see you guys on the next video.